Now for part 6, I combined the next 3 or 4 rows just because things don't change. We're still increasing to get the circle. And for row 6, it's going to be an increase followed by 4 regular stitches. In round 7, it's going to be an increase followed by 5 regular stitches. In round 8, it's going to be an increase followed by 6 regular stitches, and so on and so forth. If it is, oh, and I'm outside because it's nice outside and I don't want to sit inside the house when it's nice. If you're still struggling with it, I do have a blog post on my website that has a picture tutorial, a video tutorial, and written instructions on how to use the hat templates. So if you find these short videos still too complicated, there are other resources to try them out. On my blog is also where you get the templates themselves. But I did want to take a little bit of extra time to talk about the troubleshooting. So essentially, the first step is to get the number of stitches in round 1 right. Now, if you get them wrong, it's not the end of the world. If your work consistently is ruffled, as in there's like waves and ruffles and things like that, then you want to remove some of the stitches in round 1. If your work consistently caves in on itself or it starts to create that cone, you want to go all the way back to round 1 and add stitches. If it doesn't do that consistently, if it just happened this round or 2 rounds ago, or it's been happening for the last 3 rounds, you may not have to go back all the way to round 1, but that's where your stitch counts come into place. So the way that I like to count is in round 1, I just count however many stitches I have. But in round 2, I'll start counting up until 2. So it'll be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then in round 3, I'll start counting to 3. So it'll be 1, 2 will be the increase, and then 3 will be by itself. That's for the one stitch that's by itself. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. As long as I end up on a 3, I'm good. That means I didn't skip an increase. That means I didn't add an increase. In round 4, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as long as I end up on a 4, I know I didn't skip any increases. I know I didn't skip any of the other stitches, and we're good to go. And I do that all the way until my circle is the size that I'm looking for. It also helps to keep track of the row you're on. So at the end of row 2, you're counting up to 2. So your row 2 is 2. At the end of row 3, you're counting up to 3. In row 4, you're counting up to 4. Row 5, you're counting up to 5. Row 6, you're counting up to 6. And it just helps you keep track of what you're on, or what row you're on, round, whatever you want to call it. But I'll see you in part 7.